Welcome everyone to today's episode of M&A Empowerment. And with me today, I have Lidore DeRose. She is a senior partner at Baldwin Risk Partners. Lidore, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Thanks so much for having me here today, Kelsey. I'm really excited to be here and a part of such a fantastic initiative. To give you a little bit of background on me, I have been in the M&A space for nearly 20 years now. I spent the first half of my career as an M&A attorney at Kirkland & Ellis in DLA Piper, and the second half I have been focused in the transaction risk insurance space. So I've had roles as a broker previously, as an underwriter, and most recently as a law firm specialist. I joined Baldwin Risk Partners a year ago to lead the transaction risk insurance team. And for anyone that is not familiar with Baldwin, we are a full service insurance brokerage and risk management advisory firm, which includes commercial insurance, retirement, and employee benefits.
Gotcha. And for some of our viewers, the idea of R&W insurance as it relates to transaction might be kind of a confusing or newer topic. So if you wouldn't mind spending just a little bit of time kind of telling us a little bit about your role and a little bit more about the R&W insurance.
For anyone that is not familiar with rep and warranty insurance, it is a type of transaction risk insurance, and it is used primarily in middle market private transactions, although it can be used in a number of other transaction structures as well. Rep and warranty insurance is used to indemnify a party to a transaction from any loss that results from a breach of a rep or warranty in the purchase agreement. And it is generally purchased to ensure a buyer and to either enhance or entirely replace the indemnification obligations that a seller would have to the buyer under the purchase agreement in absence of the insurance. As the broker on the deal, I really handle all aspects of the rep and warranty insurance process, and I work very closely with my client as well as the M&A attorneys on the deal and other transaction advisors to make sure that we're getting the best possible coverage for our client. And so my role includes things like advising on the policy structure, negotiating terms with the rep and warranty insurers, handling the underwriting process, negotiating policy coverage and any proposed exclusions, and making sure that the transaction is just well facilitated in terms of the rep and warranty process, and really trying to provide a lot of value to the deal and leveraging all of my past experience, including as an M&A attorney and underwriter, to really understand the coverage and make it as valuable as possible to the client.
Gotcha. That's super helpful. Do you have a gauge on, what percentage of transactions are covered with an R&W insurance? It might be helpful for, some of the viewers to understand that perspective as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's hard to get an exact number because most of the transactions that it's used on are private transactions,
Mhm.
but estimates in the market are upwards of 60 or 70% of middle market transactions are currently using this type of coverage, particularly if there is a financial sponsor that's involved either on the buy side or the sell side of the transaction.
So lastly, switching gears here a little bit, what would your advice be to other women looking to get into the M&A world?
My advice to any women who are looking to get into the M&A world or who are already in the space is that M&A is really a very fascinating area, but it's also a very demanding area. So it's really important that you find your people and your support network. And that includes everything from your personal life, having, for example, a supportive spouse and a trusted network of friends that you can call on, if you have a last minute need to pick up your kids from school and a meeting that runs unexpectedly long. But
And
of
that never
course, it's
happens,
very
right?
important to have, no. um, of course, it's really important to have your support system at work as well. So that includes things like mentors or promoters, the people who are willing to shine a spotlight on your accomplishments and to throw your hat in the ring for new opportunities. But I think it's also really important that you have a peer network of, trusted peers that you can count on for advice or to help with any difficult issues that you're dealing with, or even just to celebrate your wins with you. And finally, I would say that it's really important, particularly as you get more senior in the space, to make sure that you are reaching out your hand and pulling up people that are coming along the pipeline behind you. I think, of course, it's the right thing to do, but it's also having a deep bench. It's really can be a valuable asset to your career. I am a huge believer in women supporting other women and really making sure that we are empowering each other and helping each other to achieve our greatest successes, both individually and collectively.
Awesome. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. I mean, you kind of took the tagline right from the series name. So, I think that's great advice for women looking to get into, or as you mentioned, people that are already in this field. And again, today with us was Lidore DeRose, and we're so happy to have you. And thanks again for your advice.
Thank you, Kelsey.